Welcome to Coach Brennan's weekly press conference. The Spartans take on Western Michigan on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. on CBS Sports Network from CEFCU Stadium. Coach will have a quick statement and then feel free to ask questions. Coach?
All right. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. It's been a good bye week, coming off a tough loss at Auburn. I thought our guys played well. I think, we had an opportunity to win that game. We're disappointed we didn't get it done. Going on the road, playing in a great environment like that. It was just, I thought we had some opportunities, but we didn't make enough plays late in the game to finish it. So, quickly after that, we shifted gears to Western Michigan. We had a good bye week. Coaches did some recruiting. We practiced kind of your normal bye week routine, and then we've been back at it, since Sunday. The players are excited to play. I think this is an incredible, the historic collaboration between the city of San Jose and San Jose State University for this City of San Jose game is special. We've been talking about doing something like this for a long time. I think it's incredible that we're doing this. The uniforms, wearing the San Jose logo on our chest, I think it's special. I just, there's been such an interest such a conscious effort since, I became the head coach here, just conversations between the school and the city and athletics here, and just, how do we find new and exciting ways to engage the city? And, why not with a great college football game on Saturday night in CEFCU Stadium? So we are really, really excited. It's also First Responders Night, which I think is also something that's incredibly commendable and something we have all kinds of respect for. So we're excited for Saturday. I think it's going to be a great atmosphere. I think we're going to have a great crowd, and we've got a big-time opponent coming here. So Western Michigan has always been a very good football team, and we played them a year ago, and so we have a pretty good idea of what's coming to town. So we got our work cut out for us.
Questions for Coach?
Yeah, very different team from last year, but you look at the games, maybe their numbers, maybe it's not showing so well on paper, but they're young, really explosive.
Yeah.
And just what your general expectations when they come in here?
Well, so first of all, Coach Lester is a really good dude and a really good coach. And his teams are incredibly efficient. You can just watching them play, they don't hurt themselves. And then, offensively, they're incredibly explosive. Defensively, they're very sound. They're a great pressure package. They do a heck of a job getting to the quarterback. And so, when you play them, it's really important that you play clean and you play good football, and because that's what they do. And then when you combine that with who they are offensively, how explosive their receivers are, the running back, Tyler's just a baller. Offensive line, just solid and tough and physical. And so you just have to prepare for all these different things, coming to town. And we've had a good couple days of practice, but we still got some work to do before Saturday.
And following up on Western Michigan, what is it like for you guys to be a little part of the MAC-10 and specifically like MACtion culture? It seems like they kind of have a cult fan base, and it's interesting to see San Jose have a piece of that now as well.
Well, the MAC is a really good football conference, right? And they've given us fits over the last couple of years with the experiences we've had playing them, and so we have incredible respect for that conference. And I love the fact that they play. Once they get into league stuff, they're playing on Tuesday night and Wednesday night. I mean, I think that's cool. I'm always up for more football, and so more football on TV, different nights. It's really high level football. All those teams, they've got good players and they're well coached, and just in my experience playing against them, they're damn good.
The old question about bye weeks, about not losing what you gain or losing momentum. Is there anything added in preparation just to keep?
Well, you just have some extra practice time, right? So, I think the danger during bye weeks is putting in too much. I've been part of that before, where we carried too much offense or defense into a game, and we couldn't execute at a high level. So there's a real fine line there. I think it's really important that you get the work done you get, but you also know that you only get one bye week, or this year we do. So you have to give the players some time off and a chance to recharge. Right? They've been going hard as heck since August or July 28th or whatever. So they need a break also. So when they took a couple days and we hit the road recruiting, they came back hopefully feeling fresher and rejuvenated a little bit. But bye weeks are always tricky. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not good. It just depends on the team, I think. I wish I had the bye week, magic, formula or something.
So coming into the season, offensive line was incredibly young. We knew that going in. So where are they when it comes to the learning curve?
I think they're growing, to use a Silicon Valley term, they are a WIP. They are a work in progress. And that's where they are. I think Josh Oglesby is one of the best O-line coaches really in the country. And so he's working his tail off trying to get them right and get them situated and comfortable and, technically sound and schematically sound. And that's a lot. I mean, that's one of the hardest positions to coach in all sports because you're coaching all five and they have to kind of be in concert, right? You're not just coaching this guy to run a route or this guy to, take this handoff or backpedal or whatever it is, right? That O-line thing is so unique. But I think Josh does a fantastic job, and I'm excited because the more those guys play, the more those reps stack. And the more they stack, the more confidence they'll have and the more comfortable they'll be playing. But I thought you could see some improvement with Auburn, so that was exciting, and I'm hopeful that we can continue on that. Now, this group this week is going to test the heck out of us, right? This defensive front is fantastic. So that's a challenge for us, and that's something that our guys have to get ready for.
Last non-conference game and going into the conferences, obviously the following week, is there like a expansion of like the playbook, their scheming, or is it really always about still execution?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I've been part of offenses that carried 350 plays into a game, and I've been part of offensive that have carried 15. And I've had my butt whipped, and I've won games both ways. So I think it really does come down to execution and the making plays within the scheme and how you can do that on both sides, right? And so I felt like we found a little rhythm at Auburn, offensively, and hopefully we can continue to do some of that. But we are still growing, and I mentioned this after the Auburn game. Offensive football takes time. It takes time to get all those guys on the same page. And when you think about it, we have a lot of new players there, right? Kyrie's the same, and Pardue, and Jaime Navarro. But outside of that, there's a lot of new pieces in there kind of plugging and playing. So, we've been working really, really hard with them, and hopefully we're moving in the right direction.
So talking a little bit more about scheme and execution, what are you looking to get out of the run game this coming weekend?
Well, I think it's really important that you run the football. I mean, I think that goes a little bit without saying. And I think we found a little bit of run game the other night, or 2 weeks ago at Auburn. But we still need to be better, right? We still need to be better. I think this group we're playing against is also challenging that way because they are so sound up front, and they make it hard on you to run the football, right? And so that's going to be kind of the give and take of this game, trying to figure out what they're doing and how they're trying to attack us, and then what we can do to give ourselves a chance to move the chains and get first downs and hopefully make some big plays.
Brent, just a really general question. What's your take or comment on the craziness of the conference? If you look at UNLV favored for Utah,
Yeah.
which is would never expect. You look what Wyoming did to Air Force, and so on and so on.
Yep. Yeah, I've been saying this for years. I think this is an excellent conference. I think it's well coached. I think there's good players. I think that shows up when the conference plays out of conference. That part of it has been really impressive. I'm excited with what, my friend Marcus Arroyo, how that thing looks at UNLV, and Craig Bowl and those guys with a huge win over a very, very good Air Force team last week. And so every week, if you don't prepare and you don't show up and bring your best stuff to the practice environment every week, the meeting environment, the weight room every step of the way, and then to game day, you're going to have a tough time. It's not going to go your way. You're not going to have a chance. And so, I think that's the challenge is how do you stay more in it and focused on the process of day to day or moment to moment to give yourselves a chance to play clean and play good football on game day. But the conference is really, really good.
So, so far going into the season, you said turnover margin that's something you wanted to get better at. That was a huge point of emphasis. And that's something the team has seen a lot of success in. No turnovers on offense and a couple turnovers made on defense. Can you touch on both sides of the ball?
Well, I think that's just something that, you have to work at all the time, and it's something that has to be part of the fabric of your team, and that's something I think our players have done a good job of so far. Now we've only played 2 games, right? And we've got 10 more to play. I mean, there's a lot of football left in this season. And so, I'll be a lot more interested of where we are at the end of the season in turnover margin than where we are after 2 games.
Not a real general question, but I know you mentioned the kind of doing something with the city of San Jose and more just because you're in San Jose. And I don't know how long ago, 2-3 years back, but is that Jeff and Konya enabled, do you think? I mean, everything seems to.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeff's a huge part of getting that going, and I think it's really cool. Ben Thenis, has also been working hard on that, and Scott McDonald, and I think this is something we've been talking about doing, and it's cool with the uniforms and the collaboration with the city, and like I mentioned earlier, just wearing the logo of the city. We love it here in San Jose. We feel great about our city. We feel great about our university being right in the middle of it, our university, and so I think it's so special that we're doing it together. And I'm excited to see the city of San Jose show up and support this team, and show up and support this university, and to kind of do it together, which is to me how it works here at San Jose State with our city. If we work together, we can do incredible things, and I think that's the way we're moving, which is exciting.
It's kind of interesting against Auburn, where somebody who is under the radar as one of the Nevada transfers, Charles Ross, comes up huge. I mean, led the team in receiving, had a great day. Is it interesting to see how he's kind of snuck under the radar of Lockhart and Cooks to the majority of the media?
Yeah, I think maybe just because the numbers at Auburn were like that. It's not surprising to us because Charles has been here for a year. A year ago he got hurt at Wyoming, and we missed him for the last 4 or 5 games, and that was really impactful for us as a team. But I think he's a player that's definitely making a move and continues to develop, and that part is exciting because he did a great job playing that day, and that it's fun to see. It's fun to see players make progress, right? And that was obvious the other night, and hopefully he can continue on that.
And so it's interesting now going into the season where quarterback is a transfer, a bunch of your targets are transfers as well. Do you think going forward that this could be a precedent set for the future?
I mean, I think that precedent is set nationwide. I don't think it's specific to San Jose State. Right, yeah. I mean, like, the transfer portal has changed the game, and I think it's going to vary program to program how much people invest and spend time, looking for players there, right? I think every program is going to be different. And, I think for us it'll be more, need-based or, kind of that part of it. But you also have great junior college football in California also, local and close to us. So, like those upperclassmen that you're looking for guys that can maybe plug and play like some of those guys have, I think you can find that in both places. And that's kind of how we'll operate. But I do think there are also going to be programs that are just going to say, hey, we're all that. We're going all transfer portal, and that's the only place we're going to live. And so that'll be interesting too. So, the precedent is, I don't know if it's set yet. I think it's, it is in flux. It is changing every day, and it's going to be really interesting.
All right, thank you, Coach, and see you at 7:30 p.m. Saturday night at CEFCU Stadium.
Can I just say one more thing? I just want to credit Blake Anderson for his post last night, his comments with the mental health, what they're doing with this game. His story is incredible. And I just think what they're doing is, I'm hoping that it really helps somebody. And I think it has a chance to. And I think what he did and his message and his sincerity, I showed it to the team this morning. I think it shows incredible courage and just speaks to kind of what kind of guy he is. So I just wanted to give Blake some credit because I thought what he did took tremendous courage, and I'm optimistic that it's going to be a good thing for people who are battling some sort of challenge in their mental health. So, yes.
I'm a little unfamiliar. Can you fill me in, please?
So Blake just kind of this game. I think this game versus UNLV, they're doing a big kind of awareness for mental health issues, and they're doing a bunch of stuff they're putting out through their social. Their players are talking about mental health, and he's talking about mental health, and tragically he lost a son last spring, and in their family, and he's still reeling from that, and you couldn't watch that and not feel it. And I just thought it was just tremendously authentic and powerful for anybody that watched it. So I am hopeful that the effort they're making, and I think UNLV is in collaboration with them. I'm hopeful that message gets out there, and that helps people, talk to somebody, or find the help they need, or find the teammate or the friend or the family member that helps them work through something that's really hard.
On that, so that's what UNLV is doing. How are you guys approaching mental health and things like that within your own program?
Yeah, this has been a huge thing for us, the last 5 years we've been here. And obviously there's work that happens, in collaboration with the university. But we also have a separate professional that's helping us work through that with our team, both in just like the general mental health challenges young people are facing, also in the sports psych world. But I think, in my experience, I've been coaching 25 years. That hurt to say that. 25 years, and what young people are experiencing now in the challenges, mental health in that space, is more than I've ever seen, and like exponentially more. It's not close. It's much more. And so I think everybody in the university space, anybody with kids, I got kids, anybody dealing with this demographic should be putting resources into that space, because young people are going through it more than ever. And I think it's really important that everybody makes an effort to do that.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you all.